All right, guys, we're on day 2 of our lesson 5. And if you remember, we have a new goal and objective this week, and it's that you can count objects the say 10 way to 20, and you are going to make piles of 10 for each of those. So your 3 goals, are that number 1, you can count the 10's way to 20. The second one is that you're going to match your objects the say 10 way. And then the third one is that you're going to be able to make 2 piles of 10 to show the total of 20. Today, we're really going to work on the first 2 with our activity today. So if you look at mine, I'm really trying to get you guys really fluent and really solid and fast with knowing before and after a number. So if you need to, I already have my little helper set up for math if I need it for my lesson. So when I look at this, I have 10 and blank. I can go up here to my first example, and my first example says 10 and 4. I can take out 4 pencils, and I know that 10 and 4 makes 14, but I'm not wanting to know the total. I want to know what number comes before 10 and 4. And in my head, I know before means I need to take 1 away. So when I take 1 away, I have 3 left. So I know my answer for the before should be 10 and 3. Now, make sure when you're doing this activity, if you're going to do it with your objects, you put this object back to start over again, because this is kind of like our starting zone. We want to start here, and then we'll change it for both. Now I know 10 and 4, if I want to know what comes after, I need to add 1 more of my objects. And I know if I have 4 and I add 1 more, that is going to give me 10 and 5. So I'm going to write 10 and 5 on there. And then again, I am going to go to my second one. My second one says 10 and 7, so I need to clear my board. I'm going to leave my 10, but I need to count 7. I have my 7 here. I have my extras put to the side so I don't use them. I know that I need to think about before. Before means I'm going to take 1 of my pencils away. And I know that when I have 7 and I took away 1, I should now have 6 left. So my answer is going to be 10 and 6. And I have to remember that I need to get back to that 10 and 7. So I need to put this back down. And my next question is, what number comes after 7? I know if I add on 1 more, after 7 comes the number 8. So I need to do 10 and 8. All right, my second one I know is going to be 10 and 9. And I know if I have 10 and 10, if I leave 1 there, that gives me 9. So I'm going to think about that. I have my 10, I have my 9. I need to think about what comes before the number 9, so I take 1 away. In my head, I'm thinking the number before 9 is going to be the number 8. So my answer is going to be, 10 and 8. All right, remember, I put this object back. And I now need to think about the next step, which is after. So if I have 10 and 9, what is going to come after 10 and 9? And I know I need to add 1 more. I have nothing left over here, so I know that is 10 and 10. So I am going to write 10 and 10. All right. It is my last and final example. It says I need to start with 10 and 2. So I'm going to quickly take everything else off my mat. There is my 10 and 2. I know that I need to think about the word before, so I take 1 pencil away, and I have 10, and I still have 1 left over. So I'm going to write 10 and 1. My next step, remember, I put this pencil back. I need to think about 10 and 2 and what comes after. If I have the word after, I know I have to add in 1 more. So my answer is now going to be 10 and 3. Oops, sorry about that. All right, friends, today what you guys are going to do is in your packet, the stapled packet, you are going to go to lesson 5 homework, and it's on page 69. And you are going to complete the chart just like my example up here. So again, if you need to use your objects or your materials, go ahead and pull them out and use them as your visual for this. And just remember that again, the target that we're really working on is that your objects match your Say 10 way. So every time I was writing these, my objects down here matched what I was putting on the board. So really, again, your skill is going to be for the second one. So make sure today that you're taking your time and you're making sure that your numbers are correct and that you have your numbers written the right direction. So just one page today for math, and then I will see you guys tomorrow for a new lesson on lesson 6. Bye guys, have a good night.